are bad officers.
A listening session for Seattle Police Chief Adrian Diaz.
I can't trust you, and it's not you as a person. You did nothing to me, but I see you, and I have a fear in my heart because I'm like, what's gonna happen? Because my friends out here look like people in history that have been shot.
The student-led forum happened in the aftermath of last week's town hall at Rainier Beach High School about the violence gripping the community, which police failed to attend.
The police isn't here tonight, and that's kind of a shame.
Chief Diaz went to the school to listen to students talk about their fears and concerns and their proposed solutions.
Our lives are at risk, and this is a serious situation. Our lives are at risk outside the schoolhouse, sometimes maybe if you go home, in our neighborhoods, and even when the police pull us over. Yes sir, no sir, hands on the wheel. Don't even really make direct eye contact because you don't know what you might be looking for. And it's a dangerous game that we call life. This is what we have to go through as African American males in our community.
Outreach to the community, having an officer, be here, be around here, and actually talking to people, not just sitting in the cop car, but actually getting to know students, because in other places I've been, I don't even go to the school, but the officer's like, hey, what's your name, how you doing? Trying to get to know me, and not there for like 2 hours,
Everybody messes up and everybody has mistakes, but the thing we need to focus on is everybody learning from their mistakes so we can change the problems. But I feel like we need more guidance for sure.
One of the panelists at this town hall asked how many people present had experienced violence or knew people who had.
How many of you guys know, or how many family members, or if there's a close family member that has got shot this year or last year?
A show of hands. One of the students in the audience talked about her traumatic experience of a shooting after a party, which was caused by a fight.
And we see a guy at the park, and he has a gun in the air. I don't see a face or nothing, it's just all black. But he starts shooting. I'm hella scared, excuse my language, I'm super scared. So then I get up and I run out, and then we see all these people fled, and I'm like scared to death because I'm one of those kids, I don't really go out. It was just a thing to do with friends, but it was like my most scariest moment because I'm over here I'm running for my life, like I'm hearing bullets just drop, hearing people scream.
Diaz said there has been an explosion in gun violence in recent years.
When I actually look at shootings, since over the last 3 years, we were roughly at about 300 shootings a year. We've doubled that. We're over 730 shootings last year alone. That's where it happens in this community, so that's what you're talking about.
The chief said part of the solution is training new officers to be more acquainted with the community, to build relationships and gain trust.
Getting them to actually know, and then you get to know them too as officers. Like we're gonna, at least they get to understand both of each other's experience and what drew them into being a police officer, and then also what your experience is in this community. And I think that would actually go a whole long way before you ever have to have that interaction with them on the streets.
Some of the students said their parents didn't have to deal with the effect of social media and how sometimes gangs and violence are glorified.
People on the streets, they go out, and what's cool on social media is, oh, I'm gonna go rob and kill somebody, oh, I'm about to get my lick back, oh, I need to go do this, I need to go do that, and cause violence in my community. We've already had enough trauma already. When are we gonna start seeking help, and when are we gonna start looking for change?
After the town hall, Diaz talked about some of the things he learned.
It's a lot of great information. It's so important to listen to the youth voice. I've actually been doing a lot of work in the community for many, many years, over a decade, and hearing from the community and hearing from the young people about what's impacting them, the trauma that they're experiencing. We need to be listening. We need to figure out also the solutions.